Hello, Leslie.
Hi, Henry. How are you?
Good, good. Let me just get all set up here.
I'm doing the same. I'm working on a road project from the assessor's office. So I've got you on my phone and I'll just keep listening and
All right.
items into the computer over here.
So I'm getting a message here that the meeting is being transcribed.
AI, I think, does them now.
Really? Should I allow that?
I
Yes.
think so. I
Yep.
think other departments are.
Okay.
It makes it easy for whoever does the minutes too.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Catherine, hi. Janice. Howdy.
Okay. Can you hear me? Anybody?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
There you go.
All right. Okay.
I forgot to unmute too, so hi.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah.
There you go. Change the lighting in here a bit. Way too much light.
Hard to believe there's too much light in this in almost December.
Well, it's a little better.
Inside.
Yeah, I know. So we've got Karen on here. We got so we have a quorum already. We're
We
waiting. I
do?
guess
I thought we needed, oh, Karen. So,
Karen.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
good.
But I guess Bert was going to show up too.
Okay,
So give him a second. It's just now 7.
yeah.
When I cleaned out I cleaned it out. I can put it back in, but I pulled it out for the meeting tonight. The historical commission mailbox, it said that Catherine Powers needs to be sworn in. Maybe she already has.
Oh, I can't remember. Have I?
I don't know. We'll have to check. Well, the reason I bring it up is because we're without a town clerk pretty much. We have
Oh, yeah.
Leverett's town clerk has been filling in a little bit, but I'm told she's done at the end of November. But the assistant is going to be in all day tomorrow. I've been told that. So
Mhm.
you could call them if you want that number. I'll give it to you and see.
Okay. Okay.
259-1204.
And then phone and ask to come down and swear myself in?
If you haven't already, I think.
No, I know. Well, if it meant going to town hall and doing something, I definitely did not do that. Yeah.
And she gives you a packet of papers to sign and.
Okay. Yeah, great. I'll do that tomorrow. Thanks.
Perfect, yeah. Call ahead, make sure, but I was told by Brennan, who's our assistant to the town administrator, that she had to be here all day tomorrow because,
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll keep plugging away in case she isn't.
yeah.
Who is it? Who's the assistant? What's her name?
Her name is Jeanette Kiley. She
Oh,
lives on Cooleyville Road. She's been at the assistant for, I don't
yes.
know, at least a year.
I've seen her at town meetings and stuff then up in front.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, great. Thank you.
And there's a couple other names. Let me just look. I know Bert was one of them.
I can't remember if I've done it or not either, so.
Oh,
We're all illegitimate.
Yes.
yeah. And the swear-in police are gonna come after you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's a big worry. It just seems to be Catherine and Bert,
Oh,
but
okay.
you should be too. Well, maybe because you were already sworn in. Who knows? Maybe this
oh,
broke down.
I can't remember. Maybe I did come in, but I don't remember receiving all the usual stuff and
Yeah, no, I don't think you did. I think probably the system broke down after.
after me
good in-
or before
No,
me.
it was good in July, but you and Bert
Oh, yeah.
graciously stayed on, and who knows, maybe Bert hadn't declined staying on as early as you did, so he got,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. But anyway, those are
Okay.
definitely is there. Bert is. And there was also a Friends of the Quabbin Reservoir newsletter, Quabbin Voices, that I can put back in the mailbox. I had realized, I spoke with Brendan because he was saying nobody's getting their town reports in. And I said, well, let's check the Historical Commission mailbox because who would be here to check it?
Mhm.
And then I thought, well, I'm here.
Yeah.
So is it time for annual reports already?
Oh,
It
yeah.
is. It is. Yes,
Oh.
we have until the 21st. It was something I was going to bring up a little
Okay.
later, but
Yeah, no, I didn't mean to. The
No.
meeting hasn't started. I'm just saying that
yeah.
that's how this all got started because he was just putting the flyers in the mailbox and nobody was responding. And I said, well, think
Try
about each
email.
committee and yeah, think about each committee and who comes in and what might we do. So that may be why you got a little nudge.
Mhm. Yeah, I will forget about this annual report if I don't discuss it right away. Just very quickly, I'm working on it. It's going to take me a bit. We need to get it in, ideally by the 21st, which is right around the corner.
Mhm.
The assessors are not going to be in by then. I can tell you that because we're not meeting again till December 4th.
Oh
Not that
no!
I want to advocate to also be the town report, violate the town report laws,
Well-
but
Well, I guess my main concern is that we very likely will not meet until later December.
right.
And this should be in, so I will be responsible for turning it in. I hope there's no problem on the committee that I submit that report.
No, if you have a chance to pass it around, I'd like to see it, but
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
perhaps
whatever.
I could circulate it before.
And then everybody would just respond to you only, so it doesn't
Right.
become a group discussion, but
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly if there's something that, was important to include that somehow got omitted or something like that.
Mhm.
I can't imagine there weren't that many
No.
things other than guide board that we were doing. So
I know. It seems like an endless task. So let me just check in with Karen. Hi, Bert. Welcome. Yeah, you're muted.
Got it.
Got it. Hey. So I'm just checking with Karen to make sure. Karen, can you hear?
Yes,
Can you hear the discussion?
I got distracted because I had a couple of visitors.
Okay. that's
Oh.
Uh,
all. Can you hear?
well-
Can you hear us now?
yeah, I should be signing something.
No. Just I'm asking if you can hear the discussion.
I can hear now
Okay.
because I'm on the phone.
Okay. Let's get on with it.
Yes.
Okay. So nobody here from the public. We don't have any guests, so public comment is off.
you probably should call the meeting to order officially.
Yes, thank you. So we could start the meeting. I guess technically it's 7:07.
Right.
No public comment. Nobody here is guests. So first item on the agenda, minutes. There are a few minutes there we want to look at. Let me see if I can share them with you. I tried to be sure that I could do this. Let's see if it actually works.
is Henry getting kind of muffled for?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something
Yes.
like it did when you asked Karen if she could hear, muffled you for the rest of us.
Yeah.
How's it now?
Better.
Perfect.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I may have covered the microphone
Ah,
on the computer.
I will do it.
Hold on a second. 1 second here. What is going on here? Oh man, this is the ultimate teacher's nightmare. You know, you try to share a document. Something you do all
Oh,
the
God.
time. I used to teach, you know, this is very critical during COVID. But I can't seem to, hold on a second. Let me see if I can find this. All it does is share my screen. I don't see my
Yeah.
documents on here. It's weird.
Well, is this for the minutes that you already sent us? Is
I
that-
did, yes,
Well,
precisely.
I mean, I read them. Did anybody not read them? So,
Yeah, did folks get these and take a
Yes.
gander at them?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. All right, so just from, yeah, let me just hold on 1 second. There you go. Right. So the minutes for April 22nd, 2025. Looking at it, I had no comments, additions. It looked fine to me. Did anyone else have anything to say about it?
well, I will just say that I wasn't here for any of those minutes, so I can't even help pass them or whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
fine.
it would seem like the logical response. Yes.
Yeah.
I found out that you don't have to be present
Oh, well, in that case,
at these meetings to approve or vote on
Yeah.
these on
Okay.
these things.
well, I'm ready to vote.
Yeah. All right. So shall we then? Somebody make a motion.
Motion that it be approved.
Actually, Karen beat you. You just couldn't hear her. for
Oh,
1 second.
okay.
Hold on 1 second. Let me bring her volume up. Could you say that again, Karen? Right. April. Tw- 22nd. There you go. All right. I presume Bert second.
Second.
There you go. Going around. Cervonka. Fernandez.
Aye.
Geddes. Power
Aye.
and Stone.
Hi.
All right. It is passed. Next up. June 24th. Also, this looked fine. We were actually discussing the archives by that time. So that's been on our agenda for some time now. Any comments on this one?
Just in the approval of minutes, my name was spelled in Portuguese instead of Spanish.
Oh
Uh-oh.
my God.
Where am I? Approval
Oh
of
my
minutes.
God. This is,
Oh, okay. So it's a Z, right?
it's a Z.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry.
no problem.
Yep. Okay. So do we have a motion then? Motion to approve the minutes for June 24th, 2025.
That's you? You made the motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, okay.
We need a second.
I'll second it. Okay, I'll
Okay.
third.
There we go. All right.
I didn't want to do that because I did the minutes, so I didn't feel like I should make the motion or second it.
All right. So going around, Zvonka. All right. Fernandez.
Aye.
Geddes, I, Power,
Aye.
and Stone.
Aye,
Right.
okay.
You can hear me all right, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yes.
can't hear Karen, but I can hear
Can't
you.
hear Karen. Well, that's the thing. I'm gonna try and place her so that I don't know where that microphone is. Does anybody know where the microphone is on the Mac
Hmm.
laptop?
Hmm.
I see
It's on the
the
side, at least on mine, it's the side of the keyboard.
okay,
there's
which
Little, either side, there are little holes, which I assume
okay.
on the
all right.
front. No, on the flap
on-
with on the same plane as the keyboard. I
Yeah,
don't-
on the side then.
Yeah, beside the keyboard, but not on the actual side.
Mine
On
are
the-
not.
Oh, yours aren't. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm. Well,
All right. So we've got that. I also sent out one for, let's see, what was that?
it was one in June, I think.
It was way back. This was,
Oh.
hold on. No, it's, yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
It was like February or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
But then I think, was that the one that you said, but no, it was already done or not? So I didn't pay attention to it.
No, yeah, I actually came up with this one. Did everybody get a chance to look? This is February 18, 2025.
If you sent it out, I looked at it.
Yeah. And
I didn't notice the dates. I just, yeah.
yeah, we were, yeah, most of us were there. We had a full house and then, okay. Any comments on this one? Well, it's gonna be
Oh.
hard unless you have a computer. I could not get it to you.
I found it, Henry.
Yeah,
It's just under commissions absent, Karen's last name was misspelled.
okay.
CZE is what it should be.
Right, okay. Yes, got it.
I think that was it.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
We,
Oh,
we could buy some postage with our operating budget to mail things to her.
yeah, that's yeah.
That's a good idea.
Uh-huh. Okay, so anybody want to make a motion here to,
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for February 18th, 25.
got it. I'll second. Going around, Zvonka. Fernandez.
Aye.
Geddes, I, Power,
I,
and Stone.
Aye,
Okay, that
with that one correction.
got it. Yes, I made sure of that and save. Okay. All right. All right. So annual report, as we mentioned earlier, I will be working on that and be sure to get that in. I'll circulate it. So you can check on it in case there's anything you want to add or take out. The next item, guide board update. There's no update. We expect the guide board to be back at the earliest, after the new year. More than likely in the spring. Number 5 on the agenda, discussion of accession acquisition policy and historical holdings and vote. I guess it's a little premature at the moment. I think Leslie wants to revisit this on her own. Is that correct?
No, I did on that Saturday morning.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, if you've got the version that's all capital letters that I sent out, I revisited a lot of it, but there's no
Ah,
rush for sure if you want to take time to do it next meeting.
yeah, I think so. I didn't get a chance to see the revised copy of that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I
Yeah.
sent it.
Yeah.
offline.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I probably didn't. I wasn't looking for it, so I didn't
Yeah.
see it.
Well, I got it and it was clear. I mean, you probably get a million emails, but I don't. And
Uh-huh.
I got it and it was clear that which version we should be looking at.
Good,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just missed it. That's all. But
Mhm.
we'll have that on the agenda next time. And that brings up an issue that's fairly recent. Aaron now is apparently is quite overwhelmed, has new developments in her professional life. She just doesn't have the time to dedicate to this. As you notice, she hasn't been coming to meetings, or she's come and then left early, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's most unfortunate, but who knows? Maybe when she has more time, she might come back.
Too bad.
It is. Let's see. Erin McGirl. Yeah, she was a new addition who was very keen on working on the archives, and we had at least a couple of discussions about it. But it really it's still a work in progress. Yeah.
Well, I'm really interested in working on them as well.
Yes.
Good, good.
Leslie showed me basically, physically where they were, essentially.
Mhm.
And I think, I should marshal my thoughts, and I don't know if it's the right thing to talk about in a meeting because it's got all sorts of minutia. I don't know. I don't know if it's legal to like just talk to Leslie and maybe another person and have some kind of a plan, or does that have to be done with all of us?
Well, if it is a plan, I think we need to discuss it. At
Well,
the
yeah,
meeting.
I mean, definitely discuss it, but I mean, even though I saw what you have, I didn't have a hands-on, I didn't have file folders in my hand.
Mhm.
I wasn't opening drawers and saying, this is this and that's that. And I think, Leslie, you mentioned, there was some question about precisely how these should be organized. Should they be done by locality, street, et cetera, or should they be done by family? Or another category would be celebrations and all that kind of thing. And it seems to me that that should be discussed. But the good thing about computers is that you can do a spreadsheet or something like that. So as long as you physically decide where a thing is going to go, like there's probably a lot of things about the 150th or 200 or 250 anniversaries. That would be a category, anniversaries. But in each one of those lumps of information that you got, there would be other things that it would be relevant to, and that's where a spreadsheet comes in. You'd say
Ah.
this was relative to the such and such family who were so instrumental in organizing this, and that would lead a researcher to that family. And you know what I mean? Spreadsheets in that way are just simply great. Something that we could never do. I mean, I haven't been in archives for a long time, and we didn't have much of that. In fact, we didn't have computers at all when I started. Well, you know, I was back in the 19th century, but
Yeah.
I mean, we had a typewriter and that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
I'd like to discuss it with Leslie and maybe just Leslie or somebody else, rather than going into all the petty details that would,
No,
yeah, and then
that
come
makes sense. That
and
makes
come up
sense.
with a plan to present to
Yeah.
the commission.
That's the way to go, I think.
But Leslie you'd have to have time.
Oh, I have tons of time.
Leslie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do hear you, and I think probably some guidance and organization, because everything just kind of expands in all directions. You take
Yeah.
one little thing, and that's exactly the point. Is it a celebration? Do you want to add the map that goes with it? Do you want to add the people that are in attendance? It can go on forever. And coincidentally, that's what Bert and I are. Bert took one file from one family
Hmm.
regarding the lake and scanned everything for us
Oh,
over the summer. Now the question is, what are the categories and how do we decide? You know, we can just do the broad category, Lake Wyola, but
Mhm.
how to continue to organize it? Do we put it, do we continue with paper? Do we just do it on the thumb drive? And
That's another big question. That's a kind of a separate question from categories, but it's a huge question.
mm,
Yeah,
I think you have to do both.
yeah.
mhm.
But maybe Bert would have something he would like to add, because he's the one who did the scanning, and
Yeah,
he has a sense of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I mean, I am willing to help out and work, but I don't have any experience with archiving.
Exactly.
But when you're saying a spreadsheet, would that help us to like cross-reference,
yeah,
enter things that belong in more than one place?
yeah, it would. What we used to do is that you would have a document. Like I worked in two different archives. One was the Episcopal Diocese of Massachusetts, and the other was the Harvard Business School. And so you would get some boxes of papers, and you'd look at them, you say, okay, what do we have here? Well, first of all, you knew who they came from. And you say, what do we have here? Oh, I see. We have correspondence, we have maps, we have meeting minutes, we have trips that this person took. And then each collection suggests groups, like the Shutesbury collection would suggest groups like families, the
Mhm.
lake, celebrations, and that kind of thing. So if you found something that was a group of papers or documents of some sort, pictures, that was all about a family, but it was also they were instrumental in a celebration or so, you would say this is basically family. So physically, you would file it with your category called family. But then the spreadsheet will say, in this family, we have celebrations with date, and whatever else, harvesting, this, that, and the other thing. And then a researcher or a person putting together an exhibition will be able to know physically where this is, but also to know what you might find here. And before we had computers, we would write series descriptions. In this lump of files, we are going to find essentially about, say, a family, but also you'll see that there will be celebrations, harvesting, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But the spreadsheet allows you to just simply ask that question, and then bingo, there it is. You got a million places you got to look.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's all actually residing in one physical place, but
Exactly.
it gives you the network of possibilities.
That's right. It gives you, and one essential thing about archives is you don't want to start breaking up a collection, Because like if a family gives you a bunch of papers and some is about celebration, some is about this, that, and the other thing, if you start filing those in different places physically, you're going to lose what that story tells you,
Oh,
how they were created, who
Mhm.
you want to keep them together. And that's the decision you have to make. You have to decide, where does this group of papers that that I want to keep together, how am I going to file this? Am I going to file this as family or this or that? I mean, family's easy, particularly if it's an important family and they're giving you their papers. Keep them together,
Yeah.
but then describe them with the different subjects.
Is
Okay.
I mean, that's you're talking about physically keeping the documents, but what about digitalizing? Are we going to be
Yeah.
doing that also?
Well, that would be up to you. That's a lot of work, as you probably know.
Yeah.
Uh, I think, personally, well, first of all, there is the outreach thing. It is always good to be able to have things that people can pull up online. But I mean, there's hundreds, probably thousands of things that would take more than thousands of person hours to do. Maybe I think organize first, at least in a general way, and then maybe get some representative samples that you can, I mean, all the work you did should be definitely kept in one place. But let's say you have 70 different groups of stuff. Take things that are really, gritty from them, delicious, and scan them up for public consumption, and then make a plan of which things you're going to scan, and then do it in a systematic way. But boy, I don't know where you're going to get the manpower or person power.
Well,
Yeah.
one idea that has been brought up before is there are departments at UMass where students
Ah,
might be able to help with this.
yeah.
It would be to their benefit, since they need to have hours of practica and
Yeah,
applied kinds of things that go towards their major.
yeah.
And so yeah, I'll
That's a
look.
that's a great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and usually they're quite dedicated. I mean, this
Mhm.
is important to them. So
And
yeah,
what they can do on a computer
yeah.
probably can do a lot faster than
Well,
any of us, I think.
They know what they're
absolutely.
doing.
Yeah. I
Exactly.
mean, when
exactly.
what I did with the Lake Viola uh, records was just basically, I mean, mostly photocopy them because I had to return them.
yeah.
So I just photocopied them so we could keep copies. And but I agree with you. I mean, I was doing a whole collection. I took all my photos and did pictures of them, and just this summer, and there was like thousands of them.
Wow.
And then I had to figure out, where do I put them? I mean, because a lot of them belong in many different places. But when I had them in Google Photos, they started. I mean, the Google Photos itself started to say added them from one place to another if they thought they
Whoa.
belonged in both of them.
Wow.
So I bet there
Oh,
are programs out there that will,
Yeah.
depending on how we label them. But what was helpful was to first separate all the photos more or less into categories before I started taking pictures.
Mhm.
hmm
And so, I mean, when I was doing this with Leslie, I wasn't sure what I should, we were using, what do you call those
Yep.
things the what?
A thumb drive.
Yeah, we were using one of those,
Uh-huh.
but I wasn't sure what to put in both places, what to put it there, and also what to copy.
hmm
So I mostly ended up copying things and not putting a whole lot into the thumb drive.
Mhm.
But so we could just, have something to keep in one place before returning the documents to the owner.
Mm.
I would like
Yeah.
to say that things are categorized in broad categories in that closet, Catherine.
That's good.
Yes, and I think if I gave you a category from a box or a file, then you
Yeah.
could make up a sample spreadsheet of the way that you see it should go.
Yeah,
And then,
that's a great idea. I have to
And-
learn how to use a spreadsheet though. I'm speaking because I've never set up a spreadsheet. I've used them, but I'm sure that won't take more than an hour to figure it out, plus my son.
Really?
That's
Good
where
luck.
that's where the
My
students.
son would have
Oh,
to be
okay.
involved.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we depend on these days.
Yeah,
So that's where these students from UMass might be helpful too.
exactly.
But is-
As long as we know what we want and
Mhm.
we know what the general organization is, they're going to be able to do things that we couldn't do ever.
So we're talking about Excel, maybe?
Yeah,
Excel?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would work for this.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it'd be worth a try, just like experimenting, like Leslie taking an interesting folder from whatever and having you take a look at it
Yeah.
and just
Well,
get a feel for how
it-
you do
Yeah,
that
it would be
spreadsheet.
more, it would have to be more than a folder, like a box, Leslie, right?
no, I think a folder would be more appropriate.
Mhm.
There aren't that many boxes. As I say,
Oh, I see.
any of the things that we have over there are copies of things that I've been finding in the 20 years in the clerk's office. It may be in town meeting minutes, maybe it's a building permit, maybe it's well, I was mentioning to Bert earlier, I have a box that's called town buildings, and anytime I found anything that I thought would be useful either for the administration, such as building permits or deeds or that sort of thing, that concern is any building, town building, kind of been jamming them into this
Yeah,
box. So what you would do is with your, I'm not good at Excel spreadsheets. I can make them and use them for what I have to, but I'm not going to, not where I want to devote my archiving time
yeah,
on. But you could take a box and, or I think start simple, just take a folder of
Mhm.
information about a topic and have
Yeah.
your son show you how, work with him to show you how you want him to arrange it on a spreadsheet, because I honestly can't
Well, I don't
figure out
think-
what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's, of course, I haven't looked in those folders, but
No,
if you went to organize this collection or describe it and went folder by folder, I don't think you'd ever get done. I mean, you say that it is in categories, right? Like you say you have a box that you've been putting,
boxes so much. I have files of different, yeah.
yeah. Okay, well, you and I make an appointment and I'll come over and and give me a folder or show me a box or something like that. 'Cause I can't visualize this.
No, I know. And I'm sorry to say that I do not know how to create a spreadsheet to do
Yeah.
what you're describing.
Yeah,
I will say that the Swift River Valley Historical Society, which I am a member of and
yeah,
meet with them regularly, they use archivists similar to what you and Henry are talking about, students or grant driven.
Mhm.
And those people seem to have systems.
Well, maybe I should go see them. Who are they?
It's the Swift River Valley
Oh,
Historical
yeah.
Society. They're closed for the winter, but we have had a few meetings of this specialized group that's focusing just on maps, regardless of the fact that the society is closed right now. The
Mhm.
museum is closed. And they're in the process of trying to get a little grant together, and I've told them that I'm very interested in seeing how that works.
Mhm.
But if you wanted to take a folder and work on it with your
Yeah.
son, that I
Yeah.
would certainly welcome
Yeah.
that. We could find a folder and just make copies of it, because if you look in that session, the accession policy, the one thing I really don't like to do is loan them out,
No, I understand that. Yeah.
because people mean well, but they don't come back.
No, I absolutely. Okay. Well,
And
um,
we still have, when Greg was with us, he had created a grid that he was going to turn into some kind of a spreadsheet. I was going to read off from the file drawer the different files, and he was going to somehow put it into a spreadsheet, but that's how it was going to work, because I didn't understand
yeah.
how he envisioned this
Yeah.
spreadsheet to work.
Well, I should say, you know, since I haven't, you know, I did see, I went with a interesting tour with you through all that stuff in the building. But since I didn't actually look into the files and everything, so everything I've said might not be applicable. You know, I mean, so if I go over there and take a file folder, I mean,
Make
I'm just speaking theoretically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one, and then you take it to your son who knows about Excel spreadsheets, and
Yeah.
ask him, how would you arrange this?
Well, yeah, except, yeah, that's not an archival problem. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I think we might want to consider is that I'm certain we can get some support from the folks who actually came out. Do you recall Leslie and Janice?
Yeah.
They came out and did an assessment. Did I circulate that material?
I only have, as I say, and I've done a pretty thorough look over there, I only have this little grid that Greg made up. I know they did
Okay.
a verbal report, and I've
Yes,
seen it, but I don't have it.
I have it. I found it online. I
Oh,
found it
good for
in the
you.
mail. I found it in the mail.
Oh, good.
Yes, but
you
I'll
could
forward that.
share
I'll
that.
forward that. I'll forward that to everybody. But my hunch is that they, you know, we don't necessarily need to reinvent the wheel. I mean,
No.
there are people there who have advice on
Yep.
these matters.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So the sooner we get a hold of them, the better.
And as I say, putting things onto a spreadsheet is not something that I want to personally invest my time into. So it would be good to have volunteer students do it. I'm glad to continue as I am, getting things scanned so they could go online. As
Mhm.
people ask me questions, I make categories on my thumb drives, but to just randomly try to put everything in that closet on a thumb drive, it doesn't make sense to me, because a lot of it's not as important either.
Mhm.
Well, that's where are some kind of guidelines
Yeah.
as to what should be included.
Yeah.
You know, that's something we need to sort out.
We don't have many, as Catherine described, collections, that a donated collection of papers like you might get at Harvard Law School or something.
Oh, really?
There's one box which needs to be inventoried, and things that are important listed, and scanned, from that Mrs. Bennett gave us. She died in, that box is probably 20 years old by now. That it's never, I just sealed it up with tape so the mice wouldn't get in, and that's sitting waiting. But mostly what it is what Catherine is describing, to go onto an Excel spreadsheet, which I have and photocopy um, or documents kinds of ways, like in the broader categories, like Lake Wyola, like Quabbin, like genealogies and different genealogies, like the highway department and the things that they've done over the years, which sounds boring, but it is
No.
interesting.
No, that's what life's made out of, unfortunately.
Well, I think it's interesting for myself at least, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, I don't have, that's why I'm saying there's a file. Maybe you take the highway department file and see what's in it right now and see where it needs to be expanded upon, or
Mhm.
you don't really need to keep that information.
Well, this box that you mentioned that you got 20 years ago from the person who's dead,
Yeah.
and what is it stuff that this person just collected?
Well, she and her husband ran the park, the beach at Lake Wyola that the state
Oh, really?
purchased. So there's things in it from personal pictures to permits for different
Yeah,
things that they did, to a plan that they had created where they might have sold off lots all
Mhm.
over, just odd things. Her husband was a Boy Scout leader, and so that's not really relevant to Shutesbury, except because of his interest in it. When they launched their two-story Kontiki raft that they used to keep out in the water.
Mhm.
Everybody knew the Kontiki.
Mm.
The Boy Scouts did a ceremony for it. So where do you start and stop? And pictures of that ceremony, pictures of events. I haven't opened the box in a long, long time.
Well, I'd love to see inside that box.
Yeah.
I camped at that campground in the 70s.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was not one of the greatest experience in my life. But it was memorable.
How was it bad?
Well,
Well, it was
let's just say that we are on public.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
don't think
No,
it's proper
no,
to saying
no.
hearsay things that
No. Well, yeah, it was the
Yeah, because
fellow.
I could tell you a story too, but I will also.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe
Okay, moving on.
Yeah. Well, great. I think we're gonna get some headway on this.
So
Um,
Leslie, I'll put you and I, if you don't mind wasting a little more time with me, get in touch with you after Thanksgiving and see if I could get a folder or something like that.
sure. Yeah,
Okay,
that
good.
would be good.
And I'll email you after Thanksgiving sometime when we're all calmed down.
Sure.
Yeah.
right.
Cool.
Yeah. You know, I I went out on a geology tour of Shutesbury. Anybody ever done that
No.
here?
No.
Yeah, it was fascinating because, we're into history, but this is like the long history. And no, it's just amazing. I mean, for instance, according to the geologists, the landscape that we see now has been fairly stable for the last 10, 15,000 years. In other words, it hasn't changed very much. And
Hmm.
of course, that it's like if you look out there and you wonder, well, some things have been here a few hundred years, and others have been here for millennia. But how do you how do you account for some of these things being more visible than others on the landscape if the landscape has not changed very much? And I can't imagine that there was enough, how should we say, tree fallout, debris buildup that it would cover everything. and yeah, you know, sometimes you see things right out in the open. You know, they're just right out in the open. So that's a conundrum as far as I can tell,
Yeah.
because there must be stuff underground. I know there's stuff underground. You could see it underground.
Yeah.
You know, you
Hmm.
see the tops of stones and things.
Mhm.
So this is all, yeah, it's curious, very
Well,
curious.
a glacier went through here, so
That's right.
who knows what it left behind?
Well, but that was, you know, pre this period, you know, 10, 15,000 years ago, the glacier pulled out.
Mhm.
So you will find major stones, large stones just parked
Yeah,
on the surface,
yeah.
and they were left behind by the glacier.
Mhm.
Where
Yeah.
did you go?
Yeah.
Where did you go and shoot spread?
Oh, well, first of all, it was sponsored by, among others, Warner, this guy, the geologist, Warner. What is his first name?
Al Warner?
Al Warner.
Oh,
And there were two other geologists along with him.
ooh,
Yeah, it was pretty big deal. You know, we went just across from the Quabbin, one of the gates in the Quabbin, but on the opposite side.
mhm.
Gates 15, the gigantic cracked boulder with all the moss and
Yes,
lichens on it
yes, you know it.
by the New England Trail. Yes,
Okay, yeah,
I'd love to know what they had to say about it.
yeah, yeah. Well, I sort of remember. I mean, that definitely is one of those glacier deposits. You know, this is probably picked up who knows where. It could be from anywhere. They just
But
dragged it along.
do they do this regularly?
Well, no, I mean, it was advertised they're going to do it again. Just so you know,
Yeah.
they're going to do it again because they had a waiting list of people. You have to really catch it when
But
it's
where
hot.
where do they advertise it, or how do you get on?
I got a note. It was just one of those town announcements, you know, like maybe the town
Huh.
administrator, not the administrator, but the person. What's his
Was
name?
it the
Brennan.
Recreation Committee hike?
Yes, I think it's the recreation committee that sponsored
Oh.
this. Yep.
Huh.
Yep. So be on the lookout. I mean, it was definitely worth the time. We visited that. Then we visited Al's house. And he had some major, you know, stones on his property. Yeah.
From his foundation, like dug up out of the ground, or
No, no, it was a stone that just ended up on the surface.
wow.
And it's probably been there 10,000 years.
How big? Taller than you? Wider than you?
Humongous. I mean, I couldn't tell you. It was definitely as tall as me,
Mhm.
and much, you know, the width was, you know, it was long.
Wow.
Yeah. But the large cracked stone that you mentioned,
Yes, the boulder.
they don't know beyond. I mean, they don't have much to say about what it might have been used for, or yeah, it's got a major crack, right?
Yes. If you're
Yeah.
brave, you can go through it, right, Janice?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, Leslie, was that the one we got to from going way downtown Common Road,
Yeah,
Town Farm
You
Road?
can do it that way. Yeah, it's on
Okay.
the New England Trail.
Okay, I do remember. Yeah, it was cool.
But what these geologists can do, though, is tell you more or less the different epochs, the different historical
Mhm.
moments, you know, periods,
Mhm.
just by looking at stones.
I'll give you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Speaking of stones, what happened to the guy on Montague Road that we were gonna go
uh,
look at his place?
Well, I could prompt him about it. He's not gotten back to me. Yeah, since the last time. You know, he met us about a month ago. But yeah, he'd be more than happy to have us out there. It's you know,
Yeah,
it's
I'd
a
like
nice
to
walk.
see it.
a
Yeah.
nice walk, and yeah, you can see these things are above ground. You know, you can actually see them.
Mhm.
Were we gonna bring an expert?
Well, he was going to look around. I gave him a bunch of names.
Like
of
Eva?
people.
Did you
Yeah.
give him? Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
to talk to maybe what's his name, the guy who did all this. Harris. Yes, Harris.
Oh, he's probably gonna be too busy to deal with it unless it's a really, really amazing site. But
Yeah, but
knows? Yeah.
I left it up to, I guess it's hard to know what his name, what he likes, what his name is actually. He
Huh.
goes by Hodges. He goes by several names. And I just couldn't figure it out.
Oh, okay.
The
And
property
then,
owner or the property owner goes by several names?
yes,
Oh, okay. I didn't think you meant Harris.
no, the property owner.
Okay.
Yeah, he's. But he'd be more than delighted to yeah, as he said, you know, if you ever want to come out.
Well, I think we ought to do a road trip or whatever
Yeah,
and have a chance to meet in person and to see those
Yep.
stones.
That's a great idea.
All right, so maybe when do you want to do it?
about tonight.
Yeah,
A little dark.
Tonight,
I've got two
Oh.
flashlights.
on a moonlit night.
Yeah.
How's that?
Well, after Thanksgiving though, anyway, because until Thanksgiving's over, I just don't have any.
Yeah. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
mention to him
See
that
what
way.
works for him.
Yeah. We should have, the weather shouldn't be too bad.
I was gonna say, if the snow gets deep, then
Yeah.
we're see things on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
would be-
spring.
Yeah.
No, yes and no. These structures are high enough, so I think you can see them. You probably even see them even more
Oh,
now
Ah.
than when I went out, because when I went out, there was still shrubbery
Uh-huh.
around. It's amazing if you go into the woods. You know, you can really see stuff in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. With the leaves off, you can see a
Yeah.
lot better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
things on the ground, built structures on the ground get buried in snow.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, any unanticipated business? No? No,
Guess not.
guess not. So I will move to adjourn then at 7:55.
I second it.
Okay, I guess we need to vote on adjourning. Zvonka. Yes, she agrees. Fernandez,
Aye.
Geddes, I, Power,
Aye.
and Stone.
Aye.
All right. Well, enjoy the
What about
The
next meeting?
next meeting. Yes. Well, it takes us into December. Any thoughts on mid-December, mid to plus? This, you know, could be around this time. Today's the 18th. In a month from now.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go any later than that. It's getting way too close to Christmas.
Yeah. So let's look at the calendar then.
Yeah.
Would there be
Let's-
important business that couldn't wait till January?
Well, I'm wondering. I don't think so, since you
Mhm.
know, I mean, we're not making any major decisions here.
Unless we got word from Williamstown that they're ready to have us pick up or them deliver the guide board or something like that, that
No,
we
no,
have
no.
to scramble for
No,
where to put it.
I'll argue. I'll ask them if they can hang on
Please.
to it,
Yeah.
please. Now, do we? We're not.
There's no requirements. There is one requirement that we meet once a year to reorganize for the Memorial Day parade thing, but
Yeah.
I researched Karen's concern, and we could make requirements, we could pass a bylaw that says we have to, but we don't have any at the moment.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm just wondering, did we have no reason to ask for CPA money, right? CPC, the CPC for money this time round. We've got everything we need at this point.
Is the concrete covered? I'm trying to remember what the story was with the concrete. That's
Well-
something the building committee's going to handle?
There, yes, yes.
Okay,
And I am pretty sure that we have already gone through the funding for that.
okay, all right.
Yep.
Good.
So we
So,
don't need
yeah.
to meet, and if not, we could say we can meet in January if you want.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
My,
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because this is the worst time of the year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we say mid-January on a Tuesday? Is it
Sure.
that would be about the 13th
13th.
or the 20th, either one.
Either's fine with me.
Me too.
Well, we're looking at January the 13th, Karen.
Let's do it.
All right, let's,
Okay,
at 7 PM?
yeah.
okay, good. Okay,
All right. 13th of January. Mhm. All right, folks. Well,
Okay.
if I don't run into you, have a great break.
holidays, whatever.
If
We
you
need,
get
we
an
need,
opportunity for a hike, let us know. We can.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
Just make a note here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we've signed off, and I say I bid you adieu.
okay, thank
Okay.
you.
And
Yeah.
All right, man.
I'd say to Catherine, if she does come up to get sworn in tomorrow, stop in
Yeah.
and I'll give her a folder.
Oh, great. Yeah, good. And are you there from like what time to what time?
Probably pretty darn early through, probably pretty darn late.
Oh,
Yeah,
Leslie, too
okay.
bad.
Well, I'll see you during one of those darn times.
Okay,
I'll be
All
there
right.
around 9:30,
Great.
Leslie.
good. I look forward to it, Bert.
Okay,
Thanks.
great.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So say goodbye.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,